What's up, everybody? It's your boy Kid Smooth back with another video, and today I was in kind of a reminiscent mode. Just playing my Xbox One and thinking back, when the Xbox 360 came out. And I remember the Xbox 360 was the first console I bought with my own money, and the first console I did a midnight release for. And I would just remember being so excited, and it left me thinking. I was like, well, gee, which Xbox had the best launch lineup out of the 360 and the Xbox One? And I mean, it wasn't that tough to think about it, because I sat there and I thought, and I'm like, wow, the Xbox 360 has some heavy hitters when it came out. Many of you guys may not remember, but think about this. Remember this. The Xbox 360 came out November 22nd, 2005, and it launched with first-party games such as Perfect Dark Zero. That game took a lot of criticism, but it was a very underrated game with a great multiplayer. Story mode was kind of wacky, but it was a great game overall. It also came with this game, one of my favorite games of all time, Cameo Elements of Power. This game showed the true power of the Xbox 360 for its time by putting so many characters on the screen at the same time, just so much activity. Cameo was a great game for the Xbox 360, and I'm still waiting for a sequel. The other games that came out was Project Gotham Racing 3, which is now, which now we have Forza for the Xbox One. They no longer make Project Gothams, but this was a great racing title. We also were blessed with games like Call of Duty 2, which in my opinion was the best Call of Duty until Modern Warfare came out, and then we were also given games like Condemned, which was a first-person action game where you couldn't use, you could use guns, but they weren't as reliable because there weren't enough bullets, so you had to use like sticks and bats and everything as weapons. It was a great game, loved the game. And to me, it was another underrated game available on the Xbox 360. The Xbox 360 was also blessed with Quake 4, which was only available on a PC and the Xbox 360 at the time. It also got Peter Jackson's King Kong, which was the game that they displayed every time you went into a GameStop or a Best Buy and you seen that game running on next gen. It looked so good. This was the reason to get an Xbox 360. It was the upgrading graphics. Also a part of the Xbox One's launch window and launch lineup was Gun. You had Oblivion, which came out in March of 2006, the Elder Scrolls Oblivion. You had Dead or Alive 4, which came out in December. You also had Amped, which also came out, Amp 3, which also came out in December. And not to mention, there was games like NBA Live, NBA 2K, NBA Live. When they first displayed when your player can sweat and the sweat falling from the players, that was like so next gen. You had Madden, you had Need for Speed Most Wanted, which is a rare game now. It's still highly it's worth a lot of money actually, because they've remade the game, and if you still have the original copy of Need for Speed Most Wanted, it's worth some bucks. They also have Ridge Racer 6, which was all-time garbage, but it was like a Drive Club in the heyday. That's what Ridge Racer 6. But overall, man, the Xbox 360 had a remarkable. Matter of fact, the Xbox 360 had, if not the best, one of the best launch lineups in all console history. And when we talk about the Xbox One, came out November 22nd, 2013, and the Xbox One gave us goods such as Rise Son of Rome. It also gave us Dead Rising 3. We also got games like Killer Instinct, and it also launched with popular games such as Call of Duty Ghosts and whatnot. The thing about the Xbox One, they had some good games, but I don't think I was impressed at the Xbox One's lineup as I was at the Xbox 360's lineup. See, the thing is, I noticed Microsoft didn't have a lot of first-party games available at launch. They didn't even have a first-party first-person shooter, which was weird, you know, because on the original Xbox they launched with Halo. On Xbox 360 they launched with Perfect Dark Zero, you know, so there was like no Halo or Gears available at launch, but there also wasn't an alternative. So it was a lot of third-party exclusives and some other games, and the games that came out, you know, that fall they were okay. No, not most of the games showed that graphical leap. The Xbox One did launch with the best looking game overall, which was Rise to Rome. And also in the launch window of the Xbox One, you had Titanfall, which you look back at it, it's a fine first person shooter, you know. But being that we've been, you know, consumed to Call of Duty for the last 8 or so years, Titanfall didn't feel that much newer. But Titanfall was a great game, and it was great to have on the Xbox One exclusively, along with the 360 and PC. That was part of the great launch window. A whole year in Xbox One that's full of great games, but looking at the launch window, the first 6 months of each console, I feel like the Xbox 360 was the clear winner because it had more choices, more options. Every game offered something different. You didn't have 7 Call of Duties like type games. You had your racer, you had your platformer, you had your designated fighter, and then you had those games that you give a chance, like Condemned and Peter Jackson's King Kong. You know, so I don't know. What do you guys think? Who had the better launch lineup? Was it the Xbox 360 or was it the Xbox One? Either way, both consoles are great consoles. The Xbox 360 went on to become one of the better selling consoles of all time. It also became one of the most innovative and evolving consoles of all time. And the Xbox One is headed in the same direction, with even better games and more features. But if you guys like this video, please like, subscribe, share, and as always, ask Kid Smooth. And as I always say, Xbox is the best box, and I am the best bot. Talk to you guys later. We out.